James Dyson is the inventor of the Dyson vacuum cleaner, a household product we pretty much take for granted. But what if I told you that it took him more than 5,000 prototypes to end up with the final product we know of today? The journey to success is never a straight one, and James Dyson definitely experienced his fair share of setbacks. Born in 1947 to Alec and Mary Dyson, James was raised in the small town of Cromer in Norfolk, England. His grandfather was a headmaster at a local school in the area, while his father entered the profession as well, but later on died when Dyson was still a child. And James was then sent to a boarding school called Gresham, located near Norfolk. And from 1956 to 1965, James Dyson experienced the rigors of school life as a student, learning the fundamentals of science and math from his teachers. He was also introduced to engineering principles through woodworking, metalworking, and mechanical drawing classes. But James Dyson's true calling was apparent very early on. He actually loved to tinker with machines. Throughout his time at Gresham, he developed an interest in art and engineering, which eventually led him to pursue studies in industrial design at the Royal College of Art. However, you'd be surprised to know that prior to making this decision, James took on painting at the Byam Shah School of Art, but later decided on pursuing furniture and interior design due to its focus on engineering principles as well as creativity. Once enrolled at the Royal College of Art, he began to focus more heavily on motorized machines, which eventually transformed into his career as an inventor. During his stay at the Royal College of Art, James slowly began to build a name for himself as an inventor and designer. And with his accomplishments, he received many awards and was even dubbed one of the best in his class. Now, considering how popular Dyson vacuums are today and how successful it made James, you would think that it was his first invention and that he just kept upgrading it to what we now know it as. But in fact, it wasn't even his second or third invention. In 1970, Rotork's chairman, Jeremy Fry, offered James a job while he was studying at the Royal College of Art. Rotork is a company that manufactures industrial controls and instruments, and apparently the company had eyes on James as an inventor and engineer. While working with Rotork, James was able to invent the infamous Rotork Sea Truck at just the age of 23. The Sea Truck was a fiberglass boat that could carry up to 3 tons of cargo. It was used as a landing craft by the military as well as by the oil and construction industries. James didn't just stop at inventing the Sea Truck, not at all. He went on to create his next invention, the ball barrow, in 1974. It was a wheelbarrow with an attached plastic ball to help push heavy loads, and I'll be honest, I'm kinda jealous. James invented his iconic ball barrow while working on a castle renovation project at the historic Stokesay Castle in Shropshire, England. During his time there, he noticed a wheelbarrow get stuck in muddy ground. He recognized that wheelbarrows were inefficient due to their narrow wheels and low clearance. As such, he decided to redesign them using larger wheels with plastic balls mounted inside for improved stability and maneuverability. The result was the ball barrow, an invention that didn't make James rich but confirmed he was onto something. This showed that James was indeed able to revolutionize things despite the obstacles he faced. In a world full of pet dander, dust, dirt, and all other kinds of debris, a vacuum cleaner is a heaven-sent invention. I mean, who doesn't want to keep their home clean and free from unwanted dust, and who can do that without the power of a vacuum cleaner? But how did James Dyson come up with his iconic idea for the high-performance vacuum cleaner, and what obstacles did he have to face just to make this idea a reality? Well, in 1978, James Dyson became dissatisfied with the performance of his vacuum cleaner. When he disassembled it, he discovered that the bag was clogged with dust, which caused the suction to drop. He realized that the vacuum cleaner had a problem with its design, which led him to come up with the idea of a bagless version. The thought pushed him to begin experimenting with the concept of a bagless vacuum cleaner. James went on to create his first vacuum cleaner by using the cyclone particle collector technology to replace bags in vacuum cleaners and improve efficiency. He conducted research on fluid dynamics and developed a filterless system that used centrifugal forces to separate airborne dust from air. With this innovative idea in mind, he only produced 5,127 prototypes until he perfected the design of the world's very first bagless vacuum cleaner in 1983. 5,127 prototypes. But regardless, James was undeterred as he continued to work hard to perfect his design and to make it the best vacuum cleaner in the world. He spent over 5 years and millions of dollars in research and development, but he eventually succeeded as his bagless vacuum cleaner later became very popular in the United Kingdom. James's journey to success was not an easy one. He had to face countless challenges along the way just to reach where he is now, from not being able to find investors, spending years developing prototypes, and fighting legal battles against major corporations. Those are just some of the obstacles James had to overcome. Plus, not to mention how many companies turned James Dyson down, believing that his innovative idea for a bagless vacuum cleaner wouldn't work, so he got into debt and had to sell land just to make things work. But despite all of these challenges, James never gave up. He kept pushing forward and continued to work hard until he finally achieved success with his patented version. Following James's success with his first bagless vacuum cleaner, he was able to secure the funding he needed to start his own company. The company was founded in 1993 and was named Dyson Limited, and its first product, the DC-01, which was based directly on his patented bagless vacuum cleaner. Over the years, Dyson has grown into a billion-dollar company, producing a range of innovative products such as robot vacuum cleaners and bladeless fans. Since then, he has been awarded numerous honors, including a knighthood for his services to business and engineering. In 2019, he rose to become the second richest person in Britain and also established both a university and a foundation dedicated to research and scholarship. The Dyson Institute of Engineering and Technology was established in 2017 and is focused on the training of engineers to meet the growing demand for skilled engineers. And despite all of his achievements, James has remained humble and driven by an insatiable desire to do better and innovate further. And this spirit continues to drive him on as he works tirelessly to improve upon existing technologies and create new ones that will benefit the world. So even if you're faced with a challenge, just remember that if James Dyson can do it, so can you.